Hello humans and welcome to Atlas Mega 10 Mondays. It's that time again when we discuss all things Atlas and all things Shin Megami Tensei and everything else in between in the Atlas universe. So sit back, relax, and let's see what we're going to talk about today in the Atlas Mega 10 universe. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. On today's episode, we got something from China, baby. Oh yeah. Hello humans and welcome to another episode of Atlas Mega 10 Monday. Here we go. We got packages from China. What are they? Well, let me show you here. These, I think, personally, are some underappreciated Shin Megami Tensei games, right? Here we go. There's If 1 and 2. Look at those boxes. They've seen things. They've been through some battles. Now, if you want to go back and see where it all started, besides these, of course I have the old one where you get lost. I suggest you pick them up. But if you don't read Japanese, what can you do? Well, you can pick up patches on the internet, you can emulate. But, I wanted to get something that I could share with people right away. A lot of people, if they come and visit or they ask me, what's your favorite game? And then I take them to my Shin Megami Tensei collection. They're like, well, what is that? Most people had never heard of it. Those are just facts, guys. Those are just facts. Once you tell them Persona, oh, okay, I get it. That's where they're coming from, and they've heard of Persona. Shin Megami Tensei, not so much. So, in order to share with them, for example, the older games, it's very hard, especially if they're Japanese. They're just not going to stick around for that because it's tough. There's a plane going by. It's tough, you have to read FAQs or watch videos to know what you're going to be doing in the game. But if you had them in English, then that would be something else. So let me show you what I picked up from eBay. First of all, in one cartridge, I have If. And I gotta say, that's a pretty neat label. They did a really good job on the labels on these guys. It's a regular Super Nintendo cartridge. I'm loving it. And in the other one, and don't ask me why this is. They put 1 and 2. Yeah, they put Nocturne on the cover. Oh well. It is what it is. But the good thing is that games are there with the patches, and I wanted to have this so I can share with people, so that way, it's nice to show in the box, but if you want them to play and if they ask you what the gameplay is like, or, they can see it's a dungeon crawler, it's just easier for them to read the text and follow along, and easier for them to know what's going on, to become a fan, yada, yada, yada. Plus, I wanted to have them myself so I can do a smooth playthrough where I don't have to be looking up text and trying to translate things on the fly, right? It just makes it a smoother experience. So I finally got them in. Now the If, that went right away. I can't even find it anymore. I don't know when you're gonna watch this video. Maybe you can find it, but if you're a Persona fan, probably that's the reason why they went so quickly, is because this is really Persona 0, if you want to, that's what I call it. As a matter of fact, I think it's one of the most important games in the whole SMT universe. But yeah, I think one of the reasons you're seeing a lot of these starting to go is because a lot of people have actually come from Persona, which is counterclockwise to what you see on the internet. You see this great divide between the communities. Oh, I'm only mainline, or I'm only Persona. And what's starting to happen is a lot of people that, started off with Persona, even Persona 5, starting to look at different games and see where they came from and start collecting for them. So I think it's pretty cool. I think that what's going on is pretty awesome. And I wanted to take an opportunity to have games that I can share with my friends and family without having to translate, without having to give very large explanations on it, and One of the reasons I love to collect for this series is because Atlas and Shin Megami Tensei in particular reflect a lot of things that have been going on in gaming for the last 30 years, you know, really. I mean, you have political censorship, you have religious censorship, you have PC culture censorship now, and I'm against all kinds of censorship when it comes to art. You know, I think artists should be able to create. If it's offensive to somebody, they need to deal with it. You don't have a right not to be offended, unfortunately. You know, I mean, I don't know whose bubble I'm bursting, but no. You know, you don't have a right to be offended, or you don't have a right to be immune from being offended, but we should have a right to express ourselves freely. I think that's more important for everybody, right? For everybody. I don't want anybody's voice to be shut down, specifically artists, because we get so much, you know, richness, you know, out of art as a whole. Now, are there things that are going to be offensive? Yes, but we can sit and discuss them as adults, right? If some things age inappropriate, we can say, well, you know, maybe this is not for little kids, you know, they could be placed here. We can do those sorts of things, you know, rather than just shut people off completely. Can you imagine what SMT would have been like if we would have given every censorship level to these games from the first game? We wouldn't have much. We would not have much. You know, that's all I have to say. So I'm glad to see that, you know, we can go back in time, enjoy these games, and I'm looking forward to 5. You know, I really am. And I'm hopeful, right, that even though 5 has to have some changes, guys, because in order to bring a new audience, you have to sell the game to the most amount of people, right? So you have to make some changes, you have to make some compromise, right? Because if, you know, only the old school people buy it, it's not going to make enough money for the game to be successful and the series to keep continuing. I mean, it's just not gonna work that way. But if it sells a few million, then we might have, you know, and you might have some extra DLC or whatever, so it could be more mainline to your liking, what have you. I don't know. I'm a big fan of the series, guys, and anything that I can get and have in order to make my experience better and to be able to share with other people is what I like to do. That's the reason I got these over here to be translated, you know, as closely as possible, you know, and you know, to be able to share it with my friends now in English is gonna be pretty cool. So that was the episode for today, guys. Got a little bit preachy there about censorship, but that's okay. Yes, those were tough times in there for the gaming industry, especially when Congress was going in and trying to censor everything, you know, and now, you know, people are censoring themselves. I mean, it's just nuts. It's just nuts. I think we've gotten a little bit too out of control with those type of things. Let artists create, let programmers create, and then if the games are good, let us buy them. Let the public decide, let me decide, let the SMT audience decide what they like and what they don't like, and we'll vote with our money. How's that? All right, guys, so I just want to leave you with these. I got them at eBay. They're about 20 bucks. You know, the quality's okay. You know, the cards could be a little bit heavier, but the labels are pretty nice, even though Nocturne is on there. Like I said, this right here, I don't think you're gonna find. Everybody's jumped on that one, and it's sold out as me making this video today. If you're gonna find it again, who knows? You know, who knows? But I'm sure somebody can make it happen for you. I wish I had a better label for 1 and 2 instead of Nocturne, but hey, as long as it plays, right? All right, humans, I hope you have a great evening with your families. I hope you're staying safe, and I will catch you on the next Atlas Mega 10 Monday. Take care.
Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click the notification bell, and remember, never be afraid to be happy. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care.